Okay, Michael in Colorado, I think it was. Here's your new radio here. It's going to be it for you right there. So we'll get it out, get it done for you, and I'll show you the power really quick, and then I'm going to get it boxed and ready to send off to you today. Okay, so we're just setting it up for you. This is 40 watts FM high power, so that's what it'll be. And then low FM, we're going to set it to 1. Close enough. And FM modulation, we'll get that done for you here. It'll be 4.1 kilohertz. That's what I always set these 10-meter radios to. And it does make a difference. One of my good customers that runs a Richard, it was a night and day difference. He sent me a video of one of his employees on one of their charter boats versus his son on another boat, and they were talking to each other, and he was listening on a President, I think it was a Randy handheld on FM, and man, you could tell the difference between the guy that was, he was on a Walker 3, the guy on the Walker 3. It did make a huge difference going from like 1.8 kilohertz or 2 kilohertz, whatever that radio was set to the radio that I set up for him that was a 4.1 kilohertz. It was a night and day difference. So it does make a difference. It's like AM. It's like, think about 4.1 kilohertz here is about 100% modulation, and think about 1.8 or 2 point is like 50%. It's a huge difference. So in loudness and everything. All right, so we're gonna do AM now. You know, I've been thinking about it all day today. I'm waiting on a 503 HD to come in. That's what I was going to put out in the mobile for a little bit more anyways. Something a little bit more to talk with. And I think I'm just going to put one of these. I have one set up already. And why open a new radio and go through all that when I already have one of these. And I've never ran one of these in the mobile. And my friend Grease Monkey, he did. And he liked it, but he was always trading radios and getting rid of radios all throughout those times where he had these. Other guys have them now that use them in their base locally, so. But he said he did like it out there, so. I'm assuming I'll really like it out there, and that's probably what I'll end up running. Since I already have it set up, I put that what is it, XT connector on the back or whatever, and I put some upgraded audio caps in there and just some different things I did. Which really don't seem to, the audio caps don't really seem to do a whole heck of a lot, but it was kind of fun to do it anyway. So notice I'm not trying to sell that stuff because I don't think it makes much of a difference. So if I did, I'd be thinking it might be worthwhile. Here's the AM low power. Let's see what we got here. Audio. Wrong setting. There we go. So we'll get this one set up really quick. A couple more settings. It's kind of low modulation again, like most radios are. A little hot on the audio there. It's pretty good there. So and the scope's moving pretty quick, but I can keep up with it. Yep, that's good there. So high power. The band is kind of dead again today, like always. Yesterday was pretty good though. Yesterday I had the southern states coming in. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, North and South Carolina, Tennessee, and most of that was on AM, and I was doing some pretty good talking on AM with my Allen 48, that Cororato radio. I don't know how you say that in Italian, but it means 48. So there's the high power. It's looking mighty fine. And average power on this with the test tone goes from 8 watts up to about what you see. Let's go back to low power and see what it's at. I didn't check that. Obviously with the test tone it's going to be, some radios it's actually stronger with the test tone. And that's something that I pick up on. 2 watts. So when it's stronger with the test tone and it's weaker with voice, what that tells me is that the test tone's it's hitting the AM circuit a lot harder than your voice is. So even with a power mic, sometimes that doesn't correlate to the same. So in those certain circumstances, and so only very few radios I've ever seen that happen, you have to go in and turn up the AMC control more, or else you're going to sound like a mud duck out there. You're going to sound puny. So nobody wants to sound like that on the radio. And certain radios you have to do that. This isn't one of them, but so we're gonna put the mic type. It's already there. Okay, good. So we're gonna run this mic with it right now, and we're pretty much done. So we'll leave this in average power. I love this radio because it has an actual RF power dial instead of a menu. So there's our 1 watt carrier. There's our RMS. So 1 2 3 1 2 3, check 1 2 1 2. So we actually get a little bit more on voice than what we did with the test tone, which is fine. I mean, 1 watt, we're not expecting to see a ton of RMS here. There's 2 watts right there. So 1 2 3 4 5. Usually if I see about double that with voice, I'm pretty happy, and this radio obviously does that for us, so without a problem. So 1 2 3 1 2 3, check. Okay, so I'm gonna go to PEP, get out of this menu, come over here, and with PEP from 2 watts you can see what we're swinging to there. So probably that's going to be safe to run into that 503 if that's what I chose to do, because I think you can put up to like 35 peak into it, although it probably doesn't need that much. So this would be perfect with the lower carrier. You wouldn't want to put an 8 watt carrier in, but this is what the radio will do barefoot. 1 2, it's picking up my radio and stuff in the background, but these are always about a 50 watt radio, so what you see here is about right. 1 2 3 4 5, check, hello. So about 8 watts to almost 50. And you got an SWR display on the front, or you can switch that off, that's up to you. SSB on these, they've really made these good on SSB, so I don't have to change anything there. I mean, the output is good, so like I say, there's no reason for me to change anything really. They do quite well out of the box. So this radio is, again, just like most other ones, it's going to be between 2 and 4 kilohertz wide on SSB, as you can see there. So we're looking good. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I've done so many videos on these because I've sold tons of these, so, and everybody is always happy with them because they just perform good. It's more like a CB in a lot of ways, like an old school radio. That's why I think it would be better for me out in the car, because I got tactical controls for RF power, echo if I want to use that. Very little things I have to actually go in and turn on, so a lot of the stuff is out here, and I think it might just work out well. So again, when I get around to it, maybe that'll be the one that's sitting off to the side here next to me. Just got to get a different cable that has XT connector on it, so I can plug one in the house and keep that one in here and have one out in the car. So I think this will probably be the one, since I already got one set up, and I really like these. So let's just do a quick audio check if we can and show that the receiver works. Okay, so we're talking on my other radio. Again, it's dummy load to dummy load, so dummy load to dummy load there. 1 2 3 1 2. Sorry about the feedback. Close proximity of microphones here. tends to do that. But that's what we're getting. So let's just do another really quick receiver check, like a real one. Here's an AM check. This is an AM check right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is SSB. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go. Okay, those are my poor attempt at just a crappy receiver check. To do it right, we just plug into the signal generator and send a signal into the radio. And I need to plug in my external speaker, so I'll do that. Whenever you're on a dummy load and another radio's on a dummy load, it just sounds terrible. I don't know why that is, but it's not a true interpretation of what your actual output is. So I guess the same could be said about some of these magic antennas that they make, that they say they're good from 1.8 to 30 megahertz without the use of a tuner. Well, a dummy load's good there too, and you see how well that works out for me here when I'm talking dummy load to dummy load. It don't work too well, so you can kind of get the idea of what I'm saying. So here's the receiver on AM, so that's about 112 or so, and there's 12 right there, so that's good. And do upper sideband. Upper sideband. It's about 127 there for about 12. The only thing left I need to do is really quick, I need to go back to my dummy load and I need to check the transmit frequency because I forgot to do that. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. It's right on the money, so perfect. Alright, the only last thing to cover on this really quick is the mic. Any mic that you use, you have voltage at present at pin 4 on this radio. That voltage is there because it's required for the factory mic's up and down and auto squelch function to work. So obviously you use a different mic on it, you don't need that voltage. So what you're going to have to do is take your mic, any mic that you have, your 4-pin plug, look at the color of the wire if you want to do it like that, track the wire, it'll come through the cord. About 99.9% of the time the same color of what you see on this side you'll see inside. Disable it inside the mic. If you don't do that, disable it at the bottom of the mic, right at the pin. That'll protect your radio from getting damaged from something happening if that voltage were to short in the mic. That short's going to ground back to the radio probably, and it could take something out. So you don't want that to happen. This is a DX style mic here, so it doesn't have the wire. I don't sell the DX style anymore. I have the P4, which is fully wired for Cobra, Uniden, you name it. But what I do on those is I disconnect the wire inside. I think it's the blue wire if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think you ordered a mic with it, but if you ever get a mic in the future, just remember pin 4, you either undo the wire here or track it and undo it in your mic, one or the other. Or just use the factory mic or get one of those adapters that somebody sells on eBay. It looks like this, except it's a 4 to 4. And pin 4 is disabled in the pass-through. So either one of those options would work for you. So I hope you enjoy the radio when you get it. And I'll say 73, and it should be heading out to you today.